Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's part 5 of the CAW review hosted by DJ Wentworth. And in this part of the review, we review DWA. And I just watched it, and let me just tell you something. Great show. DWA Destruction from October 6, 2008. Starts off, right, with Big B sitting there without Sloppy J. He goes backstage and finds Sloppy J just laid out and attacked. And it just was an auspicious start, and it really set the tone for the episode, really. And then it was just surprising to know that Sloppy J got attacked and Sloppy J would not be on commentary for this episode. Next up was Tenacious D debuting against another debuting team, Drake and Josh, which I'm actually happy about. I mean, I like the show, Drake and Josh. Don't judge me, you jerk. It's actually a good show. Shut up. Anyway, Tenacious D and Drake and Josh show that they are two really good tag teams to have in the DWA, and kudos for DWA for picking those guys up, really. The winners of the match was Tenacious D. It was a really good matchup, in my opinion. And obviously, what they were hyping, though, the main event that they were hyping was Lance Burton defending the Interstar Championship against an unknown opponent. And ladies and gentlemen, you will not believe who the opponent turned out to be at the end of the episode. Big B would leave the commentary table after Tenacious D's victory over Drake and Josh, and would go talk to Sherlock Holmes, tell Sherlock Holmes that he wants Sherlock to get to the bottom of who attacked Sloppy J. I mean, Big B was feeling some way about this, and I gotta be honest with you, I was feeling some way about it myself. It was ridiculous. Like, damn. Hope Sloppy J's okay, you know. Next up, the first matchup in a women's championship tournament started was Psylocke versus Paris Hilton. Now, I was shocked that Paris Hilton actually put up a pretty decent fight in this matchup. But in the end of the day, Psylocke got the windfall, got the 1-2-3, and was able to go on, and is able to go on in the women's title tournament. And I can't wait for Voltage to see who's next, who else is in the tournament and everything. Funny thing, after the commercial break, Psylocke and Apocalypse backstage, just kind of, they were smitten a little bit. Apocalypse asked Psylocke out. Psylocke said yes, and Apocalypse just became really, really goofy, okay? And it was a complete joy to see. Now, I have to admit, I have not been up to date on DWA for a while now, and that's my fault. Not saying that the show is bad, it's just I haven't really had a chance to watch that show to be able to catch it recently. So that's why I had to actually take a little break from doing the reviews just to watch this episode. And come to find out, George Costanza announces that he's going to cash in his Money in the Bank at Destruction Mania in 2009. I didn't even know the dude won Money in the Bank. Really. That shows you how much I watched DWA, which is not much. But not to say that DWA is a bad show. It's just I never really caught time to watch it. Not to disrespect Big B and Sloppy J. I think they're doing a tremendous work with their show. But it's just, I never had time. So then George comes out of nowhere and says, hey, I'm going to make an open challenge right here, right now. And then freaking Nico Bellic, Grand Theft Auto 4 Nico, comes out and says, what's up, bitch? I'm going to own you, mug fucker. And, you know, they have a really intense matchup. It was a really good match. At this point, this was the match of the night. However, somehow George won. And I'm just like, this dude is a part of Seinfeld. How does he win like that, you know? It just kind of caught me off guard, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, the main event, Lance Burton, who's been on an incredible roll, was the last man standing in SCAW versus DWA's six-man tag at SCAW Blood, Sweat, and Tears 2, by the way. Lance Burton comes out, Interstar champion. We don't know who he's facing. Commercial for SMF. We're back. Burton's still in the ring waiting. And who comes out? I cannot believe that it took this long for this man to become a CAW. Siler from Heroes comes out. Can I just say something? I love Heroes. I love Siler. This is awesome. I pooped. Not gonna lie, I pooped. It was a shocker because I did not see it coming at all. I'm sure Lance Burton didn't see it coming at all. And they had a hell of a match, man. Siler and Burton going back and forth. You didn't know who was gonna win or who was gonna lose. But big time upset. Siler, first night in the DWA, he is now the DWA Interstar champion. Lance Burton has had some ice poured on his fire a little bit. So don't know what's going to happen there. Personally, I would like to see a rematch at the next DWA Click Per View, in my opinion. But then Big B just really wanted to get to the bottom of this situation with Sloppy J, so he goes to the back and he retrieves a tape. A tape showing who attacked Sloppy J. And wouldn't you know it, it was Big B. What an asshole. Oh my God. He's the one that attacked Sloppy J before the telecast and made it look like he didn't have a clue who had attacked Sloppy J. I didn't have a clue who. I was like really on the edge of my seat. Like I really wanted to figure out who the hell attacked Sloppy J. Like damn, you know. But apparently it was Big B all along. And I'm like, wow. Okay. Like that was really, really good. And I feel like they're going to do the whole Shawn Michaels Triple H SummerSlam 2002 feud thing when Triple H attacked Shawn Michaels, pretended that it wasn't him until video footage showed that it was in fact Triple H that attacked him, and then they'd have like an awesome match at SummerSlam. And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Big B as a heel? Wow. Interesting stuff. I can't wait for Voltage. I'm definitely going to be watching DWA more and more. Pros and cons. Pros. Everything on the show was great. Tenacious D versus Drake and Josh was a good matchup. However, it did drag a little bit. Psylocke and Paris Hilton was a good match. Nico versus George was a good match, although the wrong man won, in my opinion. Siler is the Interstar champion. Big B's the one that attacked Sloppy J. If only DWA was like had a little bit more for the show, like a little bit longer. It was actually a pretty short show, 5 videos. And the 5th video was only about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm not saying that it was bad, but it's just, you know, I wanted more, you know. For that reason, and also the reason for George beating Nico, I think Nico should have beat George, in my fucking opinion. But I understand you're building George to be a title threat. Nothing wrong with that. I gave DWA Destruction from October 6, 2008 an 8.5 out of 10. And that's all for this part. On the next part of the CAW review, I will be reviewing RCW Rampage Episode 11 from Hadouken. And I'm looking forward to watching that one. This is DJ Wentworth representing the Dynasty Wrestling franchise, saying you guys have a really good CAW review show, and you guys should pretty much check me out because I'm not biased. And I will tell you if your crap is crap. Be back later.